Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. UN tells President Muhammadu Buhari to stop forced eviction in Nigeria. The United Nations has warned President Muhammadu Buhari regime to put a halt to forced evictions in Nigeria. The warning was given by Leilani Farha, UN Special Rapporteur on the right to adequate housing, follows a 10-day visit to the country. She noted that highly placed and influential citizens were ejecting Nigerians from their homes at the expense of the poor citizens. She also said informal settlements were ballooning and conditions in them were inhuman. She said successive governments have allowed economic inequality in Nigeria to reach extreme levels, a fact that is clearly evident in the housing sector. She said, meanwhile, newly built luxury dwellings are springing up throughout cities, made possible often through the forced eviction of poor communities. Ms. Farha insisted that these new dwellings do not fulfill any housing need, since many remained vacant, acting as vessels for money laundering or investments, highlighting the fact that 7 in 10 Nigerians in towns and cities now live in informal settlements. The special rapporteur said that most remain without access to running water and toilets, and they are in constant fear of being turned out of their homes. Among her other findings, which are to be presented in full to the Human Rights Council in March 2020, Ms. Farha noted widespread discrimination of vulnerable minorities by landlords, people with HIV and AIDS, and members of the LGTB community were particularly at risk of eviction. Ms. Farha insisted in an appeal to the authorities to address the problem. In addition, persons with disabilities were often held in punitive detention centers against their will in deplorable conditions. So guys, that is another findings by the UN. You know, the other time they were talking about insecurity in the country. The federal government at the end of the day rejected their reports or their assessments, as you may have it, that is not the true situation of what is happening in Nigeria. Of course, they will not accept it. You know, we have them in New York having meeting. You know, there's this beautiful article, beautiful speech by the president. Oh, in case maybe somebody who has never heard about Nigeria, they will like, oh wow, what a government, what a what a people. Can you imagine the kind of thing they have for their people? Wow, the citizens of that country, they must be being living in paradise. So they must be enjoying, with the way he read all those speech, whether written for him or not. The way he read all of those things, somebody who was under who was in that meeting would like, oh, I would like to migrate or relocate back to Nigeria. If you have never heard about Nigeria, the way they will just paint all the things, they will tell you, oh, these are the things they want to do. They are even talking about this open defecation. People just doing all manner of things. Even in the open, there's no toilets and all of that. You know, you will just like, oh, that place would have been, it's supposed to be a good place. I must relocate to that place. When if you are under that condition or in that meeting, but thank God a lot of people know what is happening back at home. They will just come and read all those speech, and that is what has been happening. It is not limited only to Buhari. It has been right from time. But as we speak now, Buhari is in charge, so it must be talked about. Everything is Buhari, because when other people were there too, we know the role the Buhari and his group and the prayer, the whatever, the role they played. Most especially like Mohammed, you dare not go there. A lot of propaganda. So that is not our business. Our business is not who has been there before, who has not been there, but we are concerned about who is there now, because that is why you are brought in to come and change the anomalies, to come and right the wrongs of people that were there, since you said you have all it takes to do everything. So your names will be called. This regime's name will be called at any point in time. Anybody, their supporters can say whatever they want to say for all we care. All we know is that they must be held responsible. Nobody is going to go back to the previous administration, be asking them questions because they don't have power as we speak. So with all the beautiful speeches and everything, they went all over the place. We know the places they have been going to now. A lot of resources must have gone in for that. They will read all those speeches, and coming back home is something different. Even the other time, Bill Gates was talking about what they have advised the country, from the budget of the country every year. They should assign about 20-something% to X sector. But how many percentage do they even uh, um, assigned to X sector? Nothing. And yet other people will be coming to come and be giving us aids and all of that. Those are the things they will want to do. But they have money. The money is there, but the money is just to furnish their lifestyles. And people are living in poverty. Even from the findings of this UN, talking about most of them do not even have a toilet. They do not have things to even call their own. It is only they didn't even get it right. In my own opinion, they didn't even say the way it is. How many people do even have toilets? Everybody provides this toilet. Even the so-called people that are even not even evicted from their houses, people that are not even people that at least you can say maybe they are even fending for themselves. They still have a place they can call their homes. They provide all of those things for themselves. Nobody does that. Nobody, no government does anything for anybody. The only people that the government provides for, they are the politicians and their political elites. Those are the people that enjoy the money. The other time, the VP was saying, he was threatened that when he went for a burial, and the cleric was talking that it is only the politicians that are enjoying in this country, which is true. And he said it's not so. So they can deny all they care. But one thing is that even if they are trying to cover a lot of things, see their whatever outside, everybody see their own secrets. They see everything, irrespective of how they want to package themselves. Go and be attending the world leaders meeting, UN, whatever. It's not going to change anything. People know what you guys are doing at home. They will prescribe some people. They will say some people are this, some people are that. Yes, that is not the real situation on ground. People are suffering. People are suffering. I'm sure these UN people, if they really go down, deep down, they will know that the situation has deteriorated more than even what they have seen. So, of course, they will come back and tell you that, that is not the issue. It is not so, that they are being biased. But we that are on ground, we know what is happening. We are feeling the heat. It is only God. That's why most of the time, the only person we can call on to is God. Because these guys are not just ready to do anything. You can talk for all you care from now to eternity. The talk has been ongoing right from time immemorial. So it doesn't bother them. Everybody's just going there to take turn. Even the ones that are criticizing this government. Give them the power, they will not be able to do anything. They will not be able to do anything. The other time, this man was talking about on how the North should retain power beyond 2023 because they felt Yerima Shetima saying the president, the person, they thought, coming from their side that will be able to do the needful because they have a lot of problems in their area. Mostly the issue of insecurity. He said it, but they will come and tell you that they have defeated Boko Haram technically. But we are seeing that reverse is the case. Now the man is saying the reason why power should be, should still be in the north beyond 2023 because things are not okay because they need a northerner to be able to fix all the problems. That is the kind of politics we are playing. Anybody can be the president and the person must do the bidding of the people, of everybody. The person should not be the president of the north because that is just the way they are saying it. So what of other region? Of course, it's being selfish. It's in his own right to fight for his people. So it is now left for other regions to say, okay, these are the things that we want to. We are being marginalized. We are not getting the dividend of democracy. Of course, it cannot speak for other region. It's just being selfish and it is allowed. So it is for us to be selfish as well. So we want power to be there after 2023. So it is now left for all of us to know what we want. But all I know is that anybody can be the president because of this. Because of this, their nepotistic lifestyle. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. This their nepotism. So that is why the whole thing is just like that. That somebody will say, okay, because I'm a Yoruba person, I'm the president, so any development that will come, I have to face my people first. It is a very, very wrong idea. It's a very, very wrong idea because everybody pays taxes as at when due in one way or the other. You can tell me that, is it Okada people? How many people? They always say how many people pay tax, how many people does all manner of things. But you see all this Okada on the road, they pay fines. Even somebody who is just shading okreka or shading fish, you will see that all these local government people will come. There's something they give to them, give them small ticket. What are they paying for? Because they are paying for that space or that area that their business is being located, whether it is formal or informal. But there are some local government officials that will always come to disturb them. Even all these small businesses. Let not to talk of the civil servants that they pay their taxes. What do we get? Nothing. So in as much everybody is paying is due, as at when due, in one way or the other, whether formal or informal, it is the responsibility of any president to make sure that everybody lives in comfort. So this idea of, okay, my people, my person is going to be there. That is why we are seeing all this manner of indiscrimination here and there. And that's why people are agitating. So anybody can be the president of the country. That is where these people need to get it. Must a president come from my village before he will do the needful to other people? This selfishness is something else. It's of the highest order. People are just saying, oh, it has to be Igbo presidency. It has to be Northern presidency. It has to be from the Yorubas. It has to be from the Yoruba. We don't need all of those things. Honestly, we don't need that. What stops Buhari for doing things, round everywhere? Let everybody benefit it. Let me be proud. Let me be proud that I'm a Nigerian. Why must it be so? Until somebody comes from my head, until I know somebody before I will get a job? That is what is killing us in this country. And that's why a lot of people are saying they want to go their separate way if that's how you're going to play the politics. So back to what UN is saying. It is now for the government to be able to accept what they have done. Of course, they will not accept it. Of course, they will not want to believe in that. They will not want to agree to that. But that is just the reality. They can deny it for all we care, for all they care. But the truth still remains the truth, unless you are not feeling it even as a person. So guys, I would like to hear from you what you think about the report of this UN. Please leave your comments below in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.